Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome home. What take you so long?
The ship.
All right. No, well, which is understandable. My name is Rudy. Good name for a bad person. We're gonna have fun.
Assalamu alaikum dostano. Good morning. Welcome back to this channel from Grand Turk. Grand Turk yung Shaista Island ito pada Caribbean के इंशाल्लाह रावर से dulu तकरीबन यवन्य में उरस में लाडू वाला यवाशबा सहार तकरीबन आता बजे और रावर से dulu Grand Turk इंशाल्लाह breakfast हम ready दी breakfast पर खैरत से रुको Abia bawud dito sa Davanje, ang Shaista Island, the Grand Turk ba sa Uguro. Breakfast kung ano dagat kaya sa dagat siya nakasig dyan, nakakatis wala, nakakatin na koda kung najang na may siya, nagayanis wala, nakakano siya yung sara. Ito ba naistawag naman? Kaya bakit Davanje sa Uguro. Dudi nonas dal tabada, na krasaan sa lako. Wah, ini sudah. Dah habis ni, dah belum. Wah. Dah dapat terus amra rasa daliri. The eclipse Panama di kita kami dah kali celebrate eclipse mark kata ayo. Karena kali ini dah ada evac boat je. देखिए हुआ तकरीबन संजय के उन्हें चलना पड़ा था ये हम हट दूसरी मुझे अगर मज़ा कर दिया आज रहता हाँ क्या मुझे कह रही खाना वो रात से डबल ख़ास कारकम है the Grand Turk Island dah ख़ास कारकम kalau buat sini je kalau teman je breakfast pagi no here's the line. Grand Turk. Grand Turk. Salamat na yaran na your paket filati. Grand Turk dah, kiamat regime semua bukti dikle, nawar sebelum apa aja, dah mau cruise ship ni, ano Grand Turk ni Shaista dah di show punya nawar dah di, nawar semua tak kali ni celebrity ni, coba, nak ada explore kau web baru, cici sekali ya. Evacuation Kishani dah tanah gerda kada cruise ship करके दी या बच्चा पके दी ano wala khalak bada cash bada kira very nice Hello. The tax are any say tax na para tax to duty free. Okay, sudah ako radyo siya maranis. Price of the food and so forth like that. Mana buku paras? Sana buku. Cici sildiri. أو مربوطون وقتنا لرو. على Island Wives Grand Turk immerse. Amar kuna papala kor laro da kadis. Dia parent Turkey.
Boat tour, your fucking boat.
Sana okay, sorry. Dede.
Well, sun will tour for you. Four, nani?
Awa.
Guys, good morning.
How far does it go? The whole island or?
Whole island is 7 miles.
There you go.
You can see. Just east. 7 miles long. You can go to the reef.
What's the last price you had?
Semuanya ada kira-kira tuh. Oh, hai.
Oh, sorry. You good? Yeah, you good. Somebody wear their own clothes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome home. What take you so long?
The ship.
All right. Now, well, which is understandable. My name is Rudy. Good name for a bad person. We're gonna have fun. Yes.
Okay.
Your tour will be entertaining, informative, and also very educational. And of course, we're driving on the left side of the road, which is the correct side.
I thought I was the driver.
Not to worry, I will give you a chance on your way back. Yes, if you're trying to drive on the right side of the road, which will be suicide.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And you're on vacation. Yes, we govern by the British, and in every British territory we drive on the left side of the road, which you consider as the wrong side of the road. This is the island where Christopher Columbus first made landfall in 1492, October the 12th on a Sunday. But because we were all in church that Sunday, I mean my foreparents, not me, because we were all in church that Sunday, nobody get to know the accurate time. This is also the island where astronaut John Glenn splashed on off the coast here February the 20th, 1962. He was the first American astronaut to orbit the Earth 3 times in 5 hours, to come back alive and also to retire as a senator back in the state. To my left and also to my right, coming up, we are now approaching a former U.S. Navy base. The presidents of the U.S. Navy were here from 1955 to 1972. And to my right, further right, the round ball that you're viewing That's a former US missile tracking station, which used to own and operate by Pan America. The main mission for the Navy was to spy on Cuba, because from ever since, Russia and Cuba are close allied. Up until 1972, when the Navy departed from this island, these buildings were later converted into other useful purpose, where they were used as government offices. But up until the early 2000s, we found out that most of these buildings were built with asbestos, which is cancerous. So that's how they are up for demolishing. But anybody who win this contract, you have to have a barge, because the debris cannot stay on the island because it's cancerous. So you have to ship it elsewhere, dump it elsewhere. It's at your choice. So that's why we still having a problem, which I know it's a sore eye, but they're out for demolishing. Okay, Miami is 575 miles southeast of this island. We get out of Miami from a pin to an anchor. The only thing we produce on this island is a great smile. Everything shipped in from Miami.
Really?
Yes, sir. And even though we govern by the British, we use US currency because we are Christians. And on the US currency marking God we trust. So coming up to my left, we are now approaching our government dock where everything shipped in from Miami, from a pin to an anchor. As I mentioned, the only thing we produce on this island is a great smile. Okay. As we talk about Christian religion, yes, we are a Christian community. We have over 35 different churches on this island. And beside most church, you find a bar. The ladies that go to the church and the man to the bar. One go to get the spirit, the other to receive the spirit. So we're both religious in our own way. And that is why crime rate is so low on this island.
Really?
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Coming up to my left, we are now approaching the office of the governor and the private residence of the governor. The building all the way to my far left, that's the governor's mansion. And the one to my close left, that's the governor's office, where you see the blue pickup truck park. Every 3 years we have an elected governor to represent the late Queen, now the King, and a Chief Minister to represent the Prime Minister of England. And also at the premises we have a 9-hole golf course, which played by invitation. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, as I introduced myself, one thing was missing. Today is my first day on the job.
Really?
And tomorrow I go for my driver's license. It's supposed to be at the Amazon office today, but I'm stuck with you guys, so I will pick it up tomorrow. But what I do have, I have my PhD, which is my doctorate. And my doctorate means pothole dodger. So any pothole we didn't get to dodge,
We do it.
that's a complimentary bit massage to the seat.
All right, all right.
Okay, coming up to my left, we are now approaching the replica from Friendship 7. Astronaut John Glenn splashed on off, we're gonna stop. Splashed on off the coast here February the 20th, 1962. He was the first American astronaut to orbit the Earth 3 times in 5 hours, to come back alive and also to retire as a senator back in the state. A quick look to my right, that's the James McCartney International Airport, named after one of our national heroes. And we are now getting a closer view at the replica from Friendship 7, where this will be a Fuji Kodak moment. The original replica can be found at the Kennedy Space Center. So this is not what John Glenn was actually traveling in. And no, he's not a midget.
I was about to say.
Guys, if you laugh with me one more time, I'm finished with the tour.
Wow.
Okay. Alright, how Grand Turk got its name is from Christopher Columbus. Yes, these special cactus plant, the one with the red on top, these special cactus plant look identically like the country turkey soldier fez. The country turkey soldier fez is black with red on top, and those are green with red on top. So that's how the name Turk come out of the country turkey.
Okay.
And how the Caicos Island got its name is from the Lucayan Indian. And that's why I said Christopher Columbus did not discover this island. He was the first tourist on the island, exploring. Yes, when he came here, the Lucayan Indian moved further west to the other island, other chain of island, which they call it Kayaiko, which means strings of island. So Christopher Columbus did not discover the island. Okay, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we are now approaching the Deputy Governor Office, Attorney General Chamber, Bank of Nova Scotia Branch, Financial Service Commission, Director of Public Prosecution, and Infrastructure of Housing and Planning. Guys, I I want you guys to help me out a little bit. They said money doesn't grow on tree, right?
True.
So how the bank have branch?
Ah.
Are you trying to figure that out? Because to me, branch link with the trees.
The trees, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm too stupid. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, guys, let's go. We are continuing our informative stroll. The widest section of Grand Turk is to my right, which is the runway of the international airport. So this is not a prison fencing. It's only fixed for the semi-wild animal. Because from time to time the donkey break the fence, want to catch a flight without any plane ticket or any passport. So they improve with a much safer and a high-tech fencing. Even if hurricane comes, this fence won't destroy, so the donkey won't get to have a great time at the runway. As we talk about the semi-wild animal is over 1,000, which include donkey, horses, and cows. The donkeys were brought in from Bermuda and then from Spain during the salt industry. But since we no longer do salt, they roam freely on the streets. What we now turn to is offshore banking and tourism. So if you have $1 or $2, ladies and gentlemen, it's safe to leave it here with us. When we're coming back, we're gonna stop at the Grand Turk side.
Okay.
These bodies of water are called salina, not the name of the singer. These were salt pans where salt used to form in its natural source for over 400 years. But since we no longer do salt, as I mentioned, we now heavily rely on tourism and offshore banking. But the salt that produced on this island were so good, where the late President Theodore Roosevelt called it white gold. Why I said Theodore Roosevelt? Because it was 2 Roosevelt in office. So I have to be specific. Yes, he called it white gold. But what has happened? We didn't have a contract with Morton Salt Company. It was the Bermudians do. So because this is a British territory also, we helped to fill their quota, but we weren't getting any money. So rumor still has it where Bermuda get their wealth from the Turks and Caicos Islands. And we are now viewing some of our semi-wild animals which were brought in to use as transportation. And we categorize our donkeys. Some are jackass, smart ass, and dumb ass. The smart ass, if you're lucky, you will be viewing.
Right there.
Yes, those are the dumb ones. But the smart ones, you will be seeing them at the community college. Yes, our animals attend college.
Wow.
Yes, they are smart ass.
They are smart ass. Yeah.
Yes, they attend the community college to improve on their masters in landscaping.
Nice.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, education is free, healthcare is free, but gas not free and milk not free.
Wow. How much the gas gonna cost?
Every service station have their own markup. We have from $7.50 up to $9 per gallon.
Really?
Yes. Milk.
Wow.
Milk, $12 per gallon for milk.
Wow.
But I don't drink milk. I don't drink milk. I don't drink milk. I drink beer, which is only $3 per bottle. $3 per bottle. And you know, one night my wife changed my name from Rudy
To what?
to serial killer. Yes, I was hungry and she has milk in the fridge, but I have beer, so I pour my beer over the cereal. And he said, Rudy, you're crazy, you're killing the cereal. So from then she called me a serial killer.
Serial killer. That's
yeah,
funny.
but only with cereal, so there's nothing to be scared of, alright guys? I promise. Come on guys, you're here to have fun, right?
That's right.
If I'm talking too much, say Rudy, shut up.
Rudy got some good information.
Yes, but I give it to you with a stand-up comedian style, so you won't forget. Okay, we are passing on building material where our building material shipped in. But also, you have a choice. If you build in your first time home, the government will give you tax exemption and building material. But if you can't, if like you run short of a piece of wood or so, you know that can be shipped in, it's gonna cost too much. So you will run by building material, which it costs a fortune, but most time that's why people plan before they start their building. Okay, we are now at the Asprey Beach Resort, which named after one of the national birds of the Turks and Caicos Islands. And if you happen to want to visit us for a week or two, this would be one of the lovely resorts you will be staying at.
Nice.
These are the room rate plus government tax will run you about $195 per night.
Per night, okay.
But it's a European plan. You eat and pay. It's not an all-inclusive.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have choice to automatically become a permanent resident.
Really?
And you don't pay land taxes. But if you own a home value less than $350,000, you can only stay with us for 6 months. You leave for a week or two, or even a day, and you return, start back 6 months. So, but it's up to you to improve the value of your home, so you can meet the criteria, which is value over $350,000. So you don't have to go anywhere. And likewise myself, every Sunday I go crazy, but not for long. This is one of the homes that we're talking about, the old Roberts family home. And these are all Bermudan architectural style homes.
You can't change that.
No, you can't change the style. You have to refurbish it the way it was originally built and designed. And also, it's a must you have to have your own water catchment. Our minimal rainfall is 16 inches per annum. Yes, during hurricane season, sometimes we get up to 30 inches. But we're going to get into that at a later date. Okay? So
50,000 on the beach, the house?
350.
350.
If it was 50, if it was 50, I would. Come on, sir. If it was 50, I would own one.
Wow, look at the water.
Yes, we are now approaching the beautiful Atlantic Ocean. The depth of the water starts from 1 foot and ends at 250 feet deep, which is the clear blue body of water. The darker blue body of water, that's a 7,000 feet drop off, which are said to be one of the 3rd deepest body of water in this region. You get it? That's not my name. My name is Rudy.
Rudy. Got you, Rudy.
No, she said, oh my God. I think it's a good name. But you're not
I ain't
allowed
gonna say,
to,
oh my God, I'm just gonna say Rudy.
you're not allowed to change your driver name. I mean, the Messiah is great. I'm just putting it. Don't worry. Yes, and also if you're lucky, we can count up to 2,500 humpback whales in this water. When it cools up north, they come down in the warmer water. They come down from mid-November all the way to end of May of each year, and June, July they swim all the way back to Canada. So even the whales come on vacation. So thank you for being here with us.
Yes, we are special.
Okay, coming up to my left and also to my right, which was supposed to be one of our future condominium owned by the Williams sisters, the tennis pro. But what has happened, the deal went sour because they didn't want the roadway, because both parcel of land is there. It was supposed to be a future condominium. After purchasing the land, they inject about $400,000 in land surveying, government tax, and start infrastructure and pay the contractor. But when the government told them they cannot get the roadway because this is not a private, they said it's gonna spoil their design and their dream plan, so they put it on hold. But the next House of Parliament this year, they are trying to locate the owner or to confiscate these buildings because other people want to do investment. So if you don't want to do it, sell it. Okay, we are now passing the Turks and Inn, which was originally built and designed by the Caribbean Filming Company. The last movie actually filmed at this premises was in 2006 from a Lifetime production written by Nora Roberts. The title of the movie, The Long Lost Son. Remember, Julia is the actress, Nora is the writer. So it's her novel the movie derived from. Yes, this is the Flamingo Villa, which is also over 100 years, but it was recently refurbished. So it's not a new structure, it was recently refurbished.
Flamingo Villa.
Yes, so as I said, you have to refurbish the home the way it was originally built and designed. And this one built with the basement below. Or you call it bunker, but we call it basement.
Oh, the basement too.
Okay.
Water, nice.
Coming up to my right, we are now approaching Flow, which is the sole provider of cell phone, land phone, and internet service for over 100 years. And further right, we are now approaching the former Methodist Missionary Man's, which later sold to two retired Italian sisters, where they now use it as bed and breakfast. This is the only villa on the island furniture made from real bamboo.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we are now approaching CIBC, which is a Canadian financial institution. For over 35 years ago, the Canadian government offered to buy the Turks and Caicos Islands, but the late Queen said no, she's not interested in selling. The main mission for the Canadian was to use these islands as their holiday island, especially during the winter season. And we are now passing our general post office. So if you're, which is now closed for refurbishing. So if your cell phone don't work, your email don't work, you could still write to us.
Okay.
Yes, the old school. No one will able to search your text message. Right, ladies? I'm not picking on you girls.
You can say whatever you want, right?
Okay, we are now passing the Hendrix Francis building, which is our House of Parliament. This is not a sewage plant. This is where the water from the ocean come inland for the Salina. And we are now approaching the St. Mary the Virgin Pro Cathedral Church, which has been around since 1899. And this church was built from wood from shipwreck and ballast stone. And also every November 11 we lay wreaths and poppies in remembrance of our fallen veterans who fought in World War I and II. If I'm not doing a good job, guys, this is where you'd report me at Experience Turks and Caicos. You guys getting off?
No.
Alright, thank you. I'm doing a great job. Okay, coming up to my right, we are now approaching Victoria's Secret. I mean Victoria Street, named after our Queen Victoria. Guys, if you say that, me and you're gonna be in trouble. I said Victoria Street, right?
Street, not
I
secret.
did not say else things.
Yeah.
Right? Thank you. You got it?
I got it, brother.
Alright, don't play with me.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just a slip of the tongue, guys. Okay, we are now approaching the government dock where the ship used to come to collect the salt. And further right, we are now approaching the Eunice Lodge, which has been around since 1895. This is where you can get the $3 beer, which has been around since 1895, and this is where emancipation was declared in 1838 and take effect in 1842.
So what's the top beer?
Ain't gonna lie.
Now you stay downtown to the Grand Turks. How are you, brother?
Yeah, bien. One by one?
No, gracias. Muy bueno. Ahora.
Ice water, soda, ice cool water.
You have fresh coconut? Fresh? Agua de coco? Solete?
You buy some?
Okay.
Buy something?
Coconut water.
You buy one? $10. Buy one?
Water?
Guys, anak. Udah ka ba ito?
Is this our boss?
Boleh aja? Nah.
Pillow fight, and I'll be setting separate plays. So on all these separate days, your legs can go their separate ways.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's check it. Let's check it. Let's check it.
Assalamualaikum ya ham.
When you go back in front of Margarita,
Teragaliyo. Terus satu walardik. Mansara ke walardik. Okay. Island ida. Isne island itu island takriban 1 mile di.
hey, if I'm wrong,
British
don't feel the message.
Alaska di. Kita tinggal palas panci kira. Tadi kita dan persawi dah saya menambah juga kasihnya juga saya. Tadi kita selesai. ساعات سفر جديدة و half moon كده تتخيل طبعا إن شاء الله وبعد فترة على تفكير هذا الكلاس بدأ تورس يجوا هذا island semua teramanya aku terbal waktu berkhidmat maka saya jadi malah first dah saya tu boto gora tunggu begini mencoba teks penerek shin asman palm trees درخت ya tu gora syak kepala خير teraga waktu pada dokter paman di waktu masam besar gur kini 7 saat per half moon cake ya.
All right, we're gonna move from your left to right, like so. Here we go. All right, so like everybody clap their hands to the beat like so. Let me hear you say what? Sugar pie. Say what? You know. Oh, I can't hear you. Family say, I can't help myself. Say, I love you. Ain't nobody else. Here we go. Say, in and out of life. In and out of life.
Rush on the water seras wala venture mode di walang bedulo bajanya was wala drone pawa ki shaks no video mo wato YouTube ya akhir ki drone as hawak sincerat do beto cruise wala drone do tanadi Allah tan ser dah kawala ya salai no gara sabu gizawa khair sabab ya chamu sero ko berte benju ako berani di island para sabah kono da khera do half moon keta agam da kan was kola island sabab inshallah la tawlarso na ta fashash ko ma chitron bil pindu akhama sanyo ko da khera ana was waqt dinner ali da khera fashash kono war mai mara qosti di jinje asha samai di shi kan ki batsangi kan bi uguro bismillahirrahmanirrahim wala ba shaka sa kondar maya jo kari di red salmon very nice tasty خير sabab pada dokter paman kamu bakhair ndak vlog واحد ترى ورا سو دخل see you guys tomorrow good night make sure to like subscribe and share